Up next is a new segment we call Books at Work, where we talk to one of our Penguin colleagues about a book that they use to do their job better. Today's guest is Matt Pavoni.
My name's Matthew Pavoni, and at Penguin I work in operations. In my position, operations, we focus on setting print numbers for titles. We assess what we think the demand will be for a new book, and then we determine the first print for the book, and they have the books printed and shipped out to us to then ship out to customers. So that's the crux of what I do. There are a few other things where I do a little go-between between other departments, act as a little bit of a liaison from department to department, but the thrust of what I do is set the printing numbers. Today I'm going to be talking about the book Why Work Sucks by Cali, Ressler, and Jodi Thompson. And, I really found this book very interesting because it really tapped into some ideas that I had already been thinking about before I saw the book, but this book really took it to a different level. Because the book really starts a great conversation about whether we should be working to accomplish goals or whether we should be working to reach certain numbers of hours. And not in really, a hard sense of, oh, I have to get so many hours in because I'm an hourly employee, or I don't need to because I'm a salaried, not hourly employee, but more about what we're really doing at work, why, and whether or not the 9 to 5 really works for us when we're trying to accomplish goals and we're not trying to just put in hours. One of the things I found really interesting about this book is in my case, having spent time when I was younger working in a retail book environment and now coming to a corporate book environment. These two worked for Best Buy, and they took an environment that was already predisposed to being very 9 to 5 and very hours-oriented, that in some ways almost reminded me of when I was younger, and really transformed that into what they consider a ROWE, R-O-W-E, a results-only work environment. And, that really struck me as just really fascinating that they took such a traditional ingrained culture, turned it on its head in such a way that really drove better results, and, in their words, felt like they really accomplished inspiring their employees as a result. At this point, when I look at my day and I look at my calendar, instead of really looking at my day as coming in at 9 o'clock, I really look at my day as the meetings that I'm planning to go to and the things that I'm planning to accomplish. They advocate that you organize almost everything about where you have to be to accomplish what you need, but not necessarily spending 9 to 5 at work. So whereas I still maintain my normal habit of showing up at meetings 5 minutes early, I don't necessarily feel the obligation to be at work on the dot. I match my work time to the needs of my job and drive the productivity that way, rather than saying, well, I'm going to come in at 9 and leave at 5 no matter what. I work later or sometimes even a little earlier as necessary in order to find the ways that really best accomplish my goal. The book didn't revolutionize how I handle work because my company still operates the way that it does, which is, fairly open and free as far as scheduling. But, it isn't the ideal workplace that Cali is and Jodi is describing in the book. So I couldn't take it all the way, but it affected a little bit how I handle my own schedule. But, it also affected a little bit about how I look at the people who work under me schedule and how I handle that. And I don't necessarily look over my employees when they're not there, and think, oh, good, they're here, or oh, not good, they're not here. I really try and think, is everything done? Is everything meeting the deadlines that it needs to be? And really make that the starting point. So, it didn't revolutionize my life, but it changed it, and it also changed how I view work for those under me. I really think that this book is going to become more important as time goes on, because I really feel that in the workplace, more and more people are working from home, more and more people are working from different schedules, and more people are working in different time zones at different times. And, I really feel that as the workplace continues to evolve, these kind of ideas where everything is goal-based and accomplish the job-based is only going to continue to be more and more important. So in a way, by reading this book now and getting some of these ideas incorporated into my own work life, I really feel like I'm riding in front of the wave or at the crest of the wave, and I don't feel like some of these ideas that become more important with telecommuting and with freer schedules are passing me by and I'm catching up. So that's been a real help to me, and I feel better in my job and my position, feeling like I'm ahead of the curve and not chasing after these trends.